अरहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम्ही से काज सब आज भयो कर जोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहत है। ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। So we'll continue with Nimit Upadan. It's a very big topic, and we'll be completing of course, from the textbook, whatever is given. It's around 20 pages. So we are at 10 pages. So today and tomorrow we'll finish that. But still there are some question answers over there. And after that question answers, there is this Nimit Upadan Doha. So all this reflects the same concepts. There is nothing new. The chart that we made, that explains everything. And
And that material also is good, sir. 19 pages material.
Yes.
And
And
that is very comprehensive.
Yeah, that is very comprehensive. Even our chapter in Tattwagyan part 2, that is also sufficient. It covers
Sir,
everything.
ये इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन नो 19 पेजेस वो हिंदी वाला का निमित उपादान एक बुक था ना उसका ट्रांसलेशन ना
Right.
या
Or not only 19 pages, after that there are question answers. So it is all around 90 pages, I think, suppose. Not 90 pages, 47 pages, I think. Yeah. So you need to read everything. Okay.
Sir, वो क्वेश्चन पेपर भी आपका वो भेजा ना you have posted no that question answer also.
That is there. Everything is there in that.
Okay.
So you should prepare this chart, Karan, that is causes. Then one side you can write Upadan, the other side Nimit. So Upadan is principal cause, Nimit is instrumental cause. Again, Upadan is divided into two: eternal principle or Trikali Upadan, or momentary principle or Shanik Upadan. Then again that momentary principle is divided into two: Anantar Purva Shanvarti Paryay, immediate prior modification. And the last one, Tat Samay Ki Yogyata, eligibility of the moment. Similarly, Nimiti is again divided into pairs. There are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pairs given here, but the most prominent one is the first one, that is motivational and the indifferent, Prerak and Udasin Nimit. So this is all what you have to learn about this concept, and that is given comprehensively in a chart you can make out, So this chart you need to prepare. I have shared you the chart earlier in the group. You can check it out. Now we'll coming back to our discussion. We were on page number 10 as per English. And the last discussion that we were having was about Niyamak Karan, Niyamak Karan. So Niyamak Karan is controlling cause or the regulatory cause, that is called Niyamak Karan. So can Niyamak Karan be of various types? Why not? So there are 3 types shown here. One is the Trikali Upadan. First one is Trikali Upadan. The second one is Anantar Purva Shanvarti Paryay. that is the second one. Dravya with Anantar Purvashanvarti Pray is Niyamak of Purusharth. Trikali Upadan is the Niyamak or the defining of the fact that this particular work or the Karya will manifest in certain Dravya, substance, or in a certain Gun, attribute. So one is about the substance and attributes. The other one, second one, is about the Purusharth. And the third Niyamak Karan is of Kal, time. Out of these three, the Kal one is the most important. Shanik Upadan in the form of the inherent ability of that moment is Niyamak, regulator, constant of Kal, time. 1 minute, I'll share the textbook. 1 minute. Let's see if I can share the screen. Yeah. Yes, it is there, so I can share it. No problem. Okay. So, this is where we were. 1 minute. I'll just adjust this one. Continue scroll. Yes. And then this one. Now you can all see, right? On your screen. You can see, no? Okay.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So here it is. We were here only. So we will read this answer again. No problem. Just can Niyama Karan, that is defining cause, be of various types? Defining cause or the regulatory cause or the controlling cause, these are all the same.
सर उसका इंग्लिश हिंदी में बताना व्हाट
नियामक कारण.
नियामक कारण. ओके.
It is written there on the screen. You can see.
Okay.
So Prinal ji, you will you read this text, from the question itself.
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir.
Yeah, it is there on the screen. So
yes, sir. Can Niyamika Karna, defining cause, be of various types? 1 second, sir. So I'm not able to read.
अच्छा 1 minute.
That YouTube ka.
I'm removing it.
Shall I carry on?
Yeah, but you will also have the same problem,
No, why? Why not? They can be certainly so. Trikali Upadana, eternal substantial cause of every karya, that is paryaya, modification is niyamaka, that is defining of the fact that this particular karya, that is paryaya, modification, will manifest in a certain dravya, substance, or in a certain guna, attribute. It will not manifest in another dravya, nor will it manifest in another guna of the same dravya. Karya in the form of samyak darshana is accomplished only in atma dravya, and it is shraddha guna.
Where you are?
I am reading that page only, question answer only.
Okay.
उसमें सर आप वो
हाँ।
क्वेश्चन बोला ना, उसमें भी है ना नीचे थर्ड पैराग्राफ,
राइट राइट राइट।
बराबर ना? And
ये,
shall I continue?
या यू कंटिन्यू।
And it's Shraddha, attribute of faith, but not in Pudgala, non-living substance, etc. Dravya and neither in any other guna like jnana, knowledge, etc. of the Atma. Dravya, which is Anantara, Anantara Purva Shanikvarti Paryaya, that is immediately prior momentary modification, is Niyamaka, definer, regulator of Prushartha, effort, which is Shanika Upadana, momentary substantial cause. Due to this Upadana Karana, substantial cause, it is ensured that, 1 minute, sir, Karya, action is accomplished through this method, through this process, and not in any other way. Sir, will you explain or continue?
You continue. I've already explained.
Okay,
If you find anything which you are not able to make out, then you can always ask.
Okay. Shanika Upadana in the form of inherent ability of that moment is Niyamaka. That is regulator constant of Kala, time, in whichever Dravya or Guna, substance or attribute, at whichever time, whichever ability of the Paryaya to modify in the form of Karya, action is at that time that Dravya or that Guna modifies as that Karya only. Because of another name for Karya, that is action, is Paryaya, modification, and Kala, time, also due to this Niyamaka, that is regular constant of Kala, which is ability of the Samaya in the form of, sir, you have to push it. It's afterwards you could not able to see the screen.
Sorry, huh?
Thoda upar dalno. Yes, now okay. Because of another name for Karya, action is Paryaya, modification, and Kala, time. Also due to this Niyamaka, that is regulator, constant of Kala, which is ability of the Samaya in the form of Shanika Upadana. Momentary substantial cause is said to be Niyamaka of Karya as well. Thus, it has been established that Niyamaka, regulator, constant of Subhava. Subhava means pure nature. Subhava means nature. Pure nature is Trikali Upadana, eternal substantial Niyamaka of method, effort, or process is Shanika Upadana in the form of Dravya, which is with the Anantara Purva Shanikavarti Paryaya and Niyamaka of Kala, time, or Karya, action, is Shanika Upadana in the form of inherent ability of that Samaya.
Bas.
Here, yes. Okay.
So there were three controlling cause or regulatory cause, we can say. One is was the nature, that is Trikali Upadan. The next one was about the Pursharth. Okay. That Pursharth will happen in this one only. That is immediately prior modification. And the third one was the Shanik Upadan, so another name for Karya is Paryay, So the third one, the Shanik Upadan in the form of inherent ability of that moment, which is what we call the eligibility of the moment, is the Niyamak of Kal, time. Okay. So what will be the final answer? The final answer will be this one, that tat samay ki yogyata or the momentary eligibility of the moment, of the
Moment.
modification, that is the
Paryaya.
final cause of the work done. Okay.
Hmm.
If somebody asks you what is the status of the efforts Purusharth, then you have to say that Anantar Purva Shanvarti Paryay, that is the controlling cause. And if somebody asks you where this work will be done, then you have to point to the Trikali Upadan, that is Swabhav, then from that angle, that is the controlling cause or the defining cause or the regulatory cause. Okay. So there are three causes, but the final one is the Shanik Upadan, momentary eligibility of the moment. So every karya across the universe, whatever is happening every moment, is just because the momentary eligibility of that modification at that point of time. That is the final answer. Okay. So that work is not dependent on the substance, not on the attributes, not on the instrumental cause. Okay. It is independently manifesting on its own because of the momentary eligibility of the moment. Okay. So that is the final answer. Now we move to some more discussion by giving the examples. Same thing has been explained. And Darshiji, you read now from here. Thus, it has been established.
Thus, it has been established that Niyam ka regulator constant of Swabhav, pure nature, is Trikali Upadan. Sorry, just my page has changed.
Jai Jinendra ji, can you tell me the page number, please?
Page number is 11.
Page 10.
We are on the 10th page, last paragraph.
Thank you, Ji.
This is still, we are repeating what we had done last time, but still no problem. So where you are struck up, Darshit ji?
Okay, I'll just read again.
Yeah.
Thus, it has been established that Niyamka, regulator constant or Swabhav, which is a pure nature, is Trikali Upadan, eternal, substantial. Niyamka of method, effort stroke process, is Shanik Upadan in the form of Dravya, which is with the Anantar Purva Shanavarti Paryay and Niyamka of Kal, time.
Niyamak
of Kal.
Niyamak, only Niyamak.
Okay. Or Karya, action is Shanik Upadan in the form of inherent ability of that Samay. Here a question may arise that as Dharma Dravya, ether, matter, nimit in motion, and Adharma Dravya, ether, matter, nimit in becoming stationary after motion, are Udasin nimit, passive, neutral cause, and hence may not necessarily be Niyamka Karan, regulator constant effect. But when it comes to Preraka nimit, motivational cause, such a possibility should not exist. Based on this, one can argue that while Udasin nimit, neutral cause, may not
No, based on this.
Where you were? Based on this,
11.
One can argue.
Based on this, one can argue that while Udasin nimit, neutral cause, may not actively do anything, Preraka nimit, motivating cause, definitely does everything. The teacher, book, and lamp are nimit in the student's studies. However, the teacher is Preraka nimit, while the book and lamp are Udasin nimit. Even though a book and lamp may not be considered karta, doer, the teacher must be called a karta. The teacher actively inspires and explains, and even then, if the students are not active in their studies, then he punishes them too. Therefore, compared to books and lamps, the role of the teacher is undoubtedly more important. Why not? It is very clear that in relation to the lamp and book, the state of nimit of the teacher is quite different. To clarify this point, a distinction has been made between udasin nimit, neutral cause, and preraka nimit, motivating cause. And it has been said that in the study of students, book and lamp are udasin nimit, while teacher is preraka nimit. Listen, brother, from the above explanation, only the difference between udasin nimit and preraka nimit is clarified, but it does not prove doership of either in the origination of karya, effect. In the given context, in Istopdes Shlok 35, Acharya Pujapad elaborates further. One who lacks knowledge cannot be made knowledgeable by way of teachings, and one who is knowledgeable cannot be turned into lacking in knowledge because non-self is mere nimit. Like dharmastika is to jiv and putgal, which are moving by themselves. This is clear Sanskrit commentary for this. Here
a doubt may arise. Here, what happened? You became mute? Are you on mute?
I think Darshak ji is having internet issues, sir.
Okay, so you read now. Here a doubt may arise that from there.
Okay. Here a doubt may arise that, in this way, external limit will be rejected entirely. The answer to this is that, be they teacher or opponent, they are merely nimit, in origination and destruction, in upadan, in the original karya. In reality, its ability is directly instrumental for a karya to be completed or not. From this statement, it becomes clear that the most effective cause in any karya is tat samay ki yogyata, the ability of that samay, in the form of shanika
Shanik
upadan,
upadan karan.
shanik upadan karan, momentary substantial cause. Fundamental differences between prerak nimit, motivational auxiliary cause, and udasin nimit, indifferent auxiliary cause, are this way. Inert dravya, without the power of desires, are considered udasin nimit, indifferent auxiliary cause. In contrast, active and those dravyas with desires are referred to as prerak nimit, motivational auxiliary cause. Dharma dravya, ether matter nimit in motion, is nimit for movement of living beings and physical matter which are capable of being in motion, while adharma dravya, that is ether matter nimit in rest, serves as nimit for living beings and physical matter capable of being in a state of rest after being in motion. Akas dravya, space, serves as a nimit for giving space to all substances, and kal dravya, that is time, serves as a nimit in modification of all substances. Dharm, adharm, akas, and kal. These four dravyas are devoid of desires and are inactive. Hence, they are considered to be udasin nimit, indifferent auxiliary cause. Teachers who teach students are with desire and are referred to as prerak nimit, that is motivational auxiliary cause. When flag flutters in that wind, is active, and so it is called prerak nimit. While it is true that dharma dravya, that is ether matter, nimit in motion. Adharma dravya, that is ether matter, nimit in rest. Akash dravya, that is space, and kal dravya, that is time, are considered udasin nimit due to their lack of desire and inertness. Jeev dravya is considered by the capacity to have
Is
desires.
characterized.
Oh, sorry. Jeev dravya is characterized by the capacity to have desires and are kriyavan, that is capable of movement, and pudgal is capable of being kriyavan. So they are said to be prerak nimit. However, in the origination of karya, that is effect or work done, all nimits are as different as dharmastikai. That is
Okay, so
ether.
this is final line. I think all must have understood. The origination of karya, the work done or the effect, action, all nimittas are as indifferent as dharmastikai. Even the prerak nimit, we bifurcate nimits into two, prerak and udasin, motivational and indifferent. Okay, there is a distinction between the two, but as far as the action is concerned, all are just like dharmastikai, just like indifferent cause, in this indifferent instrumental cause. Okay, so motivational instrumental cause is just like indifferent instrumental cause. There is no difference as far as nimit is concerned. Okay, they both are nimit. One is prerak nimit, other is udasin nimit, but after all it is nimit only, and nimit means it does not get directly involved in the action, but it is just a suitable when that action is being taken place. This is only a suitable instrumental cause. That's all. Now I hope everything is clear. Still, if doubt persists, you can ask now. Otherwise, we'll proceed. There is this is all
No,
repetition what you have discussed. Yeah.
No. One. Can I ask one small doubt?
Go ahead.
No. Last time, I think Priyanka ji from Dubai asked that regarding that Kramabhatavata, it will learn to laziness like that. You are told one answer. I could not remember that what answer you have given, sir. I have to go through them.
So you again go through that recording, because I also don't remember in what context what you are talking about. Okay?
Yeah, correct.
But if you have any problem, any questions in your mind, even in the middle of night, you can ask me.
No,
Okay?
no, thank you.
Don't worry. So everything, all your doubts will be solved, provided you study.
No, I will go through.
If you study, then you will
recording.
have questions. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you have question, you are always at liberty to ask me at any time. Okay?
Okay,
So don't
sir.
worry
Thank
for
you.
that. And now let's get ahead with this chapter. Okay? Next, Priyanka ji, continue.
Okay,
It is
sir.
not appropriate.
Question. It is not appropriate to deny the usefulness of a teacher in the education of students without.
1 minute. Sasikala ji also have some question.
No problem, sir.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Without.
yeah. It is.
Question. It is not appropriate to deny the usefulness of a teacher in the education of students without desnalabdi, that is ability to receive teachings as told by omniscient. It is impossible to attain samyaktva, that is experience of the true nature of self. Bhagwan Mahavir, in his earlier life as a lion, received sermons for two. So how do you say that? Kara.
Charan Riddhidhari Munis.
Charan Riddhidhari. Okay. Charan Riddhidhari Munis. That is Muni Raj, who has manifested the ability to walk above ground. and attained samyaktva. It is due to this that Jeev of lion evolved to become Bhagwan Mahavir. So how can Nimit in the form of a sermon be denied? Answer. The role of Nimit in the form of sermon is not being denied. The doership of Nimit is definitely being denied. Just as students cannot study without a teacher, similarly, study is not possible without a lamp and books. The usefulness of a teacher, lamp, and books is present in studying. If that were not the case, why would lamps be lit, books be written, and universities be established? Why would there be a position of Upadhyay, that is spiritual teacher among ascetics? If rejection of Nimit was being advocated, then the aforementioned questions would indeed arise. But who is denying the existence of non-self Nimit? However, it is worth considering that if benefits of Atma were achieved solely through teachings, then many souls listen to sermons, but why are they all not benefiting equally? In a classroom, many students study. The teacher teaching them is the same, but the book is the same, and the light is also present. Yet, all do not become scholars. Everyone becomes a scholar according to their abilities. Similarly, in the Samavsaran, that is a circular assembly for listening to omniscient Tirthankar's divine speech, many individuals listen to Dharma teachings together, but not all of them become Samyak Drashti, that is enlightened beings, Rati, that is with vows, or Sadhu, that is renouncers. Each undergoes their transformation based on their disposition and suitability. Hence, it is certain that the determining factor for any action is one's inherent predisposition. Think about this, that why did the Jeev of Bhagwan Mahavir not attain liberation in the life of Marishi? Was there a lack of appropriate nimitz there? His father was Bharat Chakravarti, the one who began the circle of Dharam. Bhagwan Rishabdev was his grandfather. But after hearing the sermon in the Samavsaran as given by Bhagwan Rishabdev, he manifested opposing thoughts. Were there any shortcomings in the teachings of Bhagwan Rishabdev? Was the guidance of Charanaridhi Dhari Munis better than the teachings of Bhagwan? From this, it is evident that when Upadan, with modification, is ready, then Karya, that is effect, takes place. And at that time, suitable nimit is also present without the need of actively seeking it. Where was the possibility of a sermon amid dense forest and in the life of a cruel lion? But as soon as Purushat, that is effort, manifested, then Nimit came down from the sky. So it is said that Atmarthi, that is one who seeks Atma, should not anxiously seek Nimits. Who says that there are no Nimits, but Nimits do not need to be sought. When Karya occurs in Upadan, substantial cause, then appropriate Nimit, that is auxiliary cause, is definitely present at that time. Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, sir, here it says that we should not be seeking nimits. But sir,
Yes. Why?
So
Why?
now
You,
we
you
are
answer me first.
seeking.
Why? Why we should not be seeking limits? Why? We have already discussed a couple of times, but still, again, you have got a question. You only think and answer. Why we don't seek limits?
Sir, I just thought, like, like right now we are all interested in learning Jainism. So
Right.
we sought this course and this channel of learning. So, like, we actively sought it. So that's how, sir, it felt like, yes, we are Atmarthi, but then we did a purshat of seeking this. We made an effort of seeking this.
Right.
So, but
So
sir, then it says limits do not need to be sought.
when you are getting this knowledge right now, okay,
Yeah.
what is the nimit, instrumental cause? The Jinwani, we can say this
So,
textbook.
Jinwani,
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what they are trying to explain is that you don't seek when there will be a rise of your upadan, okay,
Mhm.
then nimit will automatically come. Just as in the case of Bhagwan Mahavir, he didn't get Samyak Darshan in the bhav of Marichi. When his dada was Tirthankar, his
Mm.
father was Bharat Chakravarti, who got liberated in the same birth. His
Mhm.
uncle Bahubali got liberated in the same birth. His 99 brothers got liberated in the same birth. So with
Mhm.
such a strong background, he could not manifest Samyak Darshan. Leave alone that. He in fact opposed his dada, and he carved out 363 different types of religion other than Jainism.
Okay.
So why? That is the question. That is what we can come to the conclusion that you don't seek nimit, it will automatically come. And when he was in the birth of a lion, then he was a subhuman being. So he doesn't have access to Jinwani as do we have, okay. But still, two Muniraj, Charan Riddhi Muniraj, they came down from the heaven and they they became an instrumental cause for his Samyak Darshan.
Okay, sir.
So that means ki you don't seek nimits. That will automatically come. When the right time will come, you will have some nimit. Okay. So
Good.
like it is for all, not only you as a student, but even for me, I was not into religion at all. But somehow I got connected and the connections became stronger and stronger. And I got fully involved into this. Okay.
Mhm.
But I didn't have any background like that. But when the right time came, I got nimits, right?
Okay, sir.
Similarly, you also got nimits. You were not
Yeah.
supposed to join this, but somehow you got connections and you joined it. Okay. So that is what proves that your internal, what you call upadan, your internal upadan was getting ready. So you
Okay.
got the nimits.
Okay, sir.
So we don't seek nimit because nimit is anyways will come on its own, and there is not a particular thing called nimit. Now we'll see in the next example that there was a dead body of a lady, okay, very beautiful lady, and three persons saw that same scene, they were passing on. So the first was a thief, and that lady was wearing jewelry, okay. So that thief thought that if the jewelry I would have got, it would have been very nice. That was the thought of the thief. And then there was a Muniraj passing through. Okay. So Muniraj thought that uh, this lady died. So she has done her spiritual upliftment or not. Okay. He was having thoughts of like that. And then the third person, who was, I would say, loose character kind of person, he thought that if I would have consumed or uh, had physical interactions with this lady, how good would it have been? Same thing, huh? Same thing, three different people, three different thoughts, viewpoints. So why? If it happens through nimit, then everyone should have one type of feelings or thoughts, you know.
Okay, sir, I got it.
So nimit, you don't seek nimit. Nimit will automatically come when the right time will come. Just as in the case of lion, you know. So he did his work in the birth of a Marichi. Okay. At that time, he was having such a strong background, you know. A Tirthankar, what else you can ask if your grandfather is a Tirthankar? But still, leave alone, not getting Samyak Darshan is one thing, but opposing that same preachings, you know, opposing that sermons, and he formed 363 different religions. So now you can just imagine that if Nimit would have been doing that, then he would have got influenced by his Dadaji, Tirthankar. But even Tirthankar could not influence him because his Upadan was not ready. Okay. So his time had not come. So in spite of having a strong background, he could not manifest Samyak Darshan at that point of time. And when there was no background, he was a lion in a jungle, and there were no, we can say, any kind of background, you know. But still, he got Samyak Darshan. So, when he got Samyak Darshan, the two Charan Riddhidhari Munis were Nimit. And when he was in Samosaran, his Dada was Tirthankar, okay, at that point of time, he has got the best of the Nimit. You know, there cannot be a better Nimit than a Tirthankar, okay. But still, he didn't get manifested. Okay, सम्यक दर्शन को नहीं हुआ. So that means निमित्त को खोजने जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. अपन अपना पुरुषार्थ करें, है ना, निमित्त अपने आप आएंगे. It will come automatically on its own. Okay. When karya occurs in upadan, that is substantial cause, then appropriate nimitt, auxiliary cause, instrumental cause is definitely present at that time. Then the next line is also very important. Work does not unfold according to nimit, but nimit is present according to the work done. So this one line, you can explain everything. Work does not unfold according to nimit. So you may get tomorrow samosaran, but while going to the samosaran, you get yourself engaged in all the beauty things and the grandeur and all of the atmosphere of samosaran, and you don't listen to the sermons of Tirthankar, then what good it will do to you? Nothing. And we have been to samosaran innumerable times in the past, okay, but we never connected to this kind of knowledge, never listened to the Tirthankar. So we are now in this mundane existence, and now we are trying to understand how the religions can be manifested, and if our understanding, if we have a correct understanding, then definitely we will be treading on the path of liberation, and soon we'll get liberated. So simple, you know. So work does not unfold according to nimitta, but nimit is present according to the work done. So if you have done a work done of Samyak Darshan, then true Dev Guru Shastra would be the nimit present over there. As in the case of lion, you know, he got Samyak Darshan, but who were the instrumental cause? Those two Charan Riddhi Muniraj, monks, you know. So then we can say that the lion manifested Samyak Darshan, and in that work or action done, two Charan Riddhi Muniraj will be considered as instrumental cause. Now this example is coming that I am giving you. This is a shortened example. I have taken three persons, and here I think it's mentioned two, but you can just read it.
So should I continue?
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question I'll ask at the very end, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question I'll ask at the very end. At the
Okay,
end
no
of the
problem,
chapter.
no problem.
Okay. Work does not unfold according to Nimit, but Nimit is present according to the work done. On seeing the lifeless body of a prostitute, a ragi, one with attachments, feels rag, that is attachment, and vairagi, that is one who is passionless, feels vairagya, that is detachment. That prostitute is said to be Nimit in rag of ragi and vairag of vairagi. If the arising of karya, that is effect, would be according to Nimit, then all those who see her should either have rag or vairag.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, move on.
Acharya Kalpa Pandit Todurmal ji says, non-self substance does not forcefully spoil, but when one's bhav, that is thoughts, are spoiled, then that too is outer nimit. Furthermore, bhav is spoiled even without this nimit. So these cannot be assumed to be permanent or consistent nimit either. Thus, perceiving faults in pardravya, that is non-self substance, is mithya, that is false or erroneous bhav, that is notion or belief. Neither does nimit forcefully act upon upadan, nor does upadan forcefully bring or join any nimit. They have an effortless relationship with each other. The effortless connection between nimit, nemitika, that is instrumental or substantial cause, and auxiliary cause, is explained by Pandit Todurmal ji in this way. If karma, that is karmic matter particles, by effort becomes a doer and obstructs the nature of jiv, combines with outer non-self material, then karma should possess kaitana, that is sentience and strength. However, it is not so. There is an effortless nimit-nemitika relationship. When it is time of those karmas to manifest, at that time, Atma by itself does not modify as it swabhav, that is natural state, and modifies as vibhav, that is unnatural state, while other dravyas or substances which are present modify by forming the same form of relationship. At the time of sunrise, there is an association of birds. They have not been separated at night due to some animosity, and neither have been joined out of sympathy by anyone at daybreak. With nimit of sunset, they separate by themselves, and with nimit of sunrise, they naturally come together. This kind of nimit-nemitika relationship, that is instrumental and material relationship, is occurring. Similarly, one should understand the nimit-nemitika disposition of karma. The nimit-nemitika relationship is a natural, effortless relationship, and presenting it as a relationship of karta-karma, that is cause-effect, is inappropriate. Refuting the notion of the relationship of doership with non-self, Acharya Atmachandra writes,
Therefore,
therefore, by Niskay, that is absolute truth,
nischay.
Nishchay, that is absolute truth, there is no relationship of non-self with Kartika, Karakta, that is doer, or of Atma. However, it is unclear why Jeev, who wishes to attain the benefit of pure self, becomes dependent due to anxiety.
So you can make out what is being said, there is a nimit-nemitic relationship, okay? but the karma does not do anything, if karma is able to do something in us, we as a soul, then karma should have uh, strength also, and it should have chaitanya pana also. Okay, but karma is only a pudgal dravya. It's a matter. It's a substance, matter substance. Okay, so it does not have that strength or chaitanya. Okay, so the karma does not do anything on us. It is our own mistakes that we do, because of which we do sufferings. Okay. If karmic matter becomes a doer and obstructs the nature of jiva, combines with outer non-self material, then karma should possess chaitanya. This is chaitanya, sentience and strength. However, it is not so. There is an effortless nimit-nemitic relationship. So we had studied in the first class itself, upadan, upade, nimit, nemitic. So upadan, from upadan point of view, the work done is upade. And from the nimit point of view, the work done is nemitic. So same work has two names, one from the upadan side, one from the nimit side. But it is the same. Upadey and nimitic are the same thing, but two different names from two different perspectives. But the action or the work done is the same. When it is time for those karmas to manifest, at that time, Atma by itself, no help, by itself, does not modify as its swabhav. Does not modify means does not manifest as its swabhav, natural state, and modifies as vibhav. Vibhav is alien disposition, okay, unnatural state. So swabhav is natural state, vibhav is unnatural state. While other dravyas, substances which are present, modifying by forming the same form of relationship. Okay. So the other substances like nimit, they are also manifesting according to their same, and there establishes a relationship of nimit and nemitic. The work done is nimit, and the instrumental cause is the nemitic. So then they have given an example, very good example. Todarmalji has given this example. At the time of sunrise, Chakwa and Chakwi, they both come together, and when after sunset, they both get separated. So it is just a nimit-nemitic relationship. There is, as the sun rises, कमल को क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में?
Lotus.
So as the sun rises, the lotus automatically blooms, of by itself. And when the sun sets, that same lotus what we call
Closes.
Yeah, closes, but I would I was just thinking of a better word. So मतलब वो बोलते हैं ना अपन, क्या हो जाता है, मुरझा जाता है, मुरझा जाता है. So there is no direct relationship between the sun and that lotus, but it automatically happens. So this kind of nimit-nemitic relationship, instrumental and material relationship, is occurring. It is occurring on its own. They naturally, both the birds, husband and wife, both come together naturally during when the sun rises, and when the sun sets, they automatically get separated. Okay, there is nobody who is bringing them together, and there is nobody who is separating together, but everything is happening automatically. And this is called nimit-nemitic relationship. So the sun is the nimit, and nemitic is what? Association. Association is the work done between two husband and wife birds. Yeah, that is called the nemitic. And when the sun sets, they both get separated. So then again, the sun becomes a nimit in the separation. Sunset becomes a nimit in the separation. So this is all automatically done. Okay. This kind of nimit-nemitic relationship is occurring. Similarly, one should understand the nimit-nemitic disposition of karmas. The nimit-nemitic relationship is a natural, effortless relationship. Nobody is a doer. It is a natural relationship. And presenting it as a relationship of karta karma, is inappropriate, is not correct. And that is where the maximum people make mistakes, They are not able to make out. They feel that it is a karta karma, that nimit has done the work there in the upadhan. But that is never the case. Okay. This nimit-nemitic relationship is a natural, effortless relationship where two things happening simultaneously. Something in the upadhan and something in the nimit. Both are functioning independently of one another, but the timing is such that coincidence, because of coincidence. And then when feels just because the sun rose, then the lotus expanded, And when the sun gets down, the lotus closes. So we feel that it is because of the sun. But if we deeply go into it, then we'll realize that sun is an independent function sun is doing, and here the lotus is independently functioning. There is no correlation, as such, because both are different substances. So one substance cannot do anything in the other substance. Each substance is independent. Each substance is complete in itself. There is no way that someone can, help us, or someone can, do harm us, nothing. Each one is functioning independently. So this relationship is a natural, effortless relationship. And presenting it as a relationship of karta karma, where one is a karta and the other karma means karya, the effect, cause and effect, is inappropriate. Okay. Now I suppose it is all clear. We can get ahead. Therefore, by Nischay, there is no relationship of non-self with the karakta of Atma. Okay. Atma is functioning independently and non-self is functioning independently. So, according from the real point of view, there is no relationship, no relationship. However, it is unclear why Jiva, who wishes to attain the benefit of pure self, becomes dependent due to anxiety. So, Acharya Amrit Chandra Dev is expressing surprise. He's surprised that why the Jiva, who is a pure soul himself, is not able to manifest the pureness that is there within in the modification, and why it is becoming dependent, due to anxiety. Why Jiva becomes dependent due to anxiety? That is the question here. Okay. So this is a Kalash by Acharya Amrit Chandra Dev in the Samaisarji Granth. If you want to see the reference, I'll just give up. So you can read the original Samaisarji Kalash, then you will understand it more. But the principle that you have to apply would be this Nimit Upadan only. Okay, so where it is? 1 minute, just 1 minute. Okay. So this one was from Pravachansar. Pravachansar, Gatha number 16. The chapter we studied on Shatkarak, no? The same reference. There is therefore by Nischay there is no relationship of non-self with the Karakta, doer of Atma. However, it is unclear why Jiva, who wishes to attain the benefit of pure self, becomes dependent due to anxiety. So now they are making us understand in detail in the summary of this verse. So you continue from here again, Priyanka ji.
In the summary of this verse, this point has been clarified in detail. In the manner mentioned above, Dravya itself is complete with the abundance of its own infinite efficacies. Hence, it modifying by itself as the 6 karaks, that is, causative cases, is capable of doing the karya. No external substance can help it. Therefore, becoming dependent by keeping the requirement of outer matter is futile for the Atma, which is only interested in Keval Gyan, that is, omniscience. In modification of Swabhav, that is, natural state, there is no doership of non-self. And even in Vibhav, that is, unnatural state, negation of doership of non-self has been said. In Tika, that is, commentary, Samay Vyakhyan on Panchastika Sangraha, in Gatha number 62, Acharya Amartya
Chandra.
Chandra has explained this in a very lucid manner. Explaining the meaning of the Tika, the main text in the Bhavarth, that is summary, is in this way. In Kriya, that is action or effect of modification of Pudgal, in the form of origination of karmas, or as bondage of karmas, in reality, it is Pudgal itself, which is modifying as the 6 karaks, that is causative causes, causatives or cases, by its own self. Hence, it does not have any requirement of other karaks. In Kriya of modification of Odaika Bhav, that is unnatural state of Atma, which is connected to the origination of karma of Jiva, it is Jiva which is modifying as 6 karaks by itself. So, it has no requirement of any other karaks. The above said Kriya of Jiv and Pudgal modify at the same time. Despite that, the 6 karaks which are modifying in Pudgal are completely separate and indifferent from the 6 karaks of Jiv, and 6 karaks, that is causatives of Jiv, existing in the modification of the attribute of Jiv, are completely separate and indifferent from that of Pudgal. In reality, no karaks, that is causatives of any substance, is dependent on the karaks, that is causative of any other substance. From the above explanation, it is clear that Bhagwan Atma modifies according to its own ability of its individual self-time in the form of blemish-free modification of Samyak Darshan, Gyan, Charitra, or as Vikari Paryay, that is perturbed modification of attachment, etc. And there is no interference from non-self, that is Nimit, in it.
So you see that for every action, every moment there is a new modification that is evolving, and the old modification gets extinct. Okay, so this process is going on in the substance every moment from time immortal, and not only Jeev Dravya, but all the other 5 Dravyas, they are all manifesting in itself from time immortal. Every moment there is a new evolution of modification, and the old modification gets extinct. Okay, so evolution of new modification, at the same time there is a extinction of the old modification. So 99 is the rise of the modification number, then 98 is the extinction of the previous modification. And the next moment there will be 100 paryai will come and 99 will get extinct. Okay. And in spite of that evolution and extinction of modification, the substance remains a constant. So now if you see the overall picture of the substance, attributes and modification, there is one part which is constant and there is one part where there is an evolution and extinction. Now my question is, you are which part?
Evolution.
Any other suggestions?
The Atma would be constant.
Atma is constant and the modification comes on its own and it goes away. It's just like a knowledge screen, mirror. As we see in the mirror, whatever is there in our face, that gets reflected over there. Similarly, our knowledge is just like a mirror. So there, every moment things gets reflected over there, and soul is a constant observer. So if you remain an observer, it is all very good. You are an enlightened soul. But if you become a doer, what gets reflected? You believe that you are a doer of that. Then that is delusion. Okay. So I think
Sure.
so every modification has his inbuilt capacity of 6 cases: karta, karam, karan, sampradan, apadan and adhikaran. This we studied in this in Tattva only, okay? The chapter on 6 cases. So now you have 3 concepts. One is of 6 cases, one is of this Nimit Upadan, and the one is of Panch Samvai, collection of causes. The other day we discussed, the whole class we discussed that. So these 3 things are a part of discussion of cause and effect. Okay. There is a cause and there is work done, which is called the effect. Cause and effect relationship can be expressed in 3 ways. One in the Nimit Upadan form. Number 2 in the 5 Samvai form. Okay. Collection of 5 causes. And the third one is this Shat Karak. Okay. 6 cases. So 3 different concepts, but the result is the same. Action is the same. Same effect. Causes are different. Causes are not different. Causes are also same, but it is depicting, the terminologies only differ. The technology doesn't differ. Only the terminology differs. So in the first terminology, it is called Nimit Upadan. In the second, it is called 5 Samvai. In the third, it is called Shat Karak. Okay. I hope it gets into your mind. And if still there is a doubt persisting or you are having, you can always ask before we move ahead.
Sorry, sir. In short, what we are trying to say is that there is no cause and effect. There's no relationship.
No, there is a relationship, no? How the work gets done? It is because of the cause. Now, which cause is primarily responsible for that work? So that we find out that the momentarily eligibility of the moment is the primary cause of the work being done. We ruled out Trikali Upadan. Okay. Trikali Upadan means eternal principle. Then we rule out immediate prior modification. Then we rule out instrumental causes. Okay. And then we finally, after all the discussions and debates, we come to a conclusion that eligibility of the moment is the final controlling, regulating, constant cause of the work being done. That was from Nimit Upadan. Now the
Okay.
same thing if we consider that 5 collection of 5 causes, part Samvai. Other day we discussed Swabhav, Purusharth, Kallabdhi, Bhavitavya, and Nimit. So Nimit is same in any case. So Swabhav in this is Trikali Upadan. Okay, Trikali Upadan. So 2 things gone. Now 3 things left. Okay. Here 3 things left and here 2 things left. Which 2 are left? Anantar Purva Sharvarti Paryay and Tat Samay Ki Yogyata. Okay. So Anantar Purva Sharvarti Paryay reflects to Purushar. Efforts in that 5 cases. Okay. 5 causes. So that also gone. So now here 2 left and here is 1 left. So one is Tat Samay Ki Yogyata, eligibility of the moment, and the 2 things put together over there. That is Kallabdhi and Bhavitavya. Okay. Kallabdhi and Bhavitavya. So the other day I'll tell you. Kallabdhi is the right time and Bhavitavya is destiny. Okay. So now I think more or less everyone is clear. Now Shatkarak, that 6 cases also have similar understanding and concept, but the causes are different names. Okay. But that is a bit complicated and that truly doesn't matches, you know. So we are not getting involved in that one. And it is also not that popular. Okay. So we leave that one separately, but these 2, you understand it properly. Because this 5 Samvai, collection of 5, you are going to read in Krambat Paryay, you know, in the next semester only. So that is important. So I explained that one. Now coming back to our, yeah.
Sorry, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
so 2 questions I have. Number 1, sir, how do I change my destiny? Sir, it says,
Destiny is one part out of the 5 causes. Destiny is one of the cause. Okay.
yeah,
Then you have right time, Kallabdhi.
yeah,
Then you have Swabhav, that is the eternal principle.
yeah,
Then you have Purusharth, efforts, and you have Nimit. So Nimit is not, we don't seek Nimit. Okay. So that
right,
is also gone. So
right.
now you are left with is effort, which is in your hand.
Yes, sir, but
And putting efforts in the right direction, the destiny will also come. The right time will also come and the work will be done.
sir, so for example, a few minutes ago we discussed that Atma is constant,
Yes.
right? And so, sir, if the Atma is constant,
It
then
is not only constant. It is
okay,
constant while it is also evolving, you know, evolution and extinction happening every moment. So there are 2 parts. One is substance part, which is a
yeah,
constant. Then there is one as modification part, which is always moving. Moving means it's momentary. Every
okay,
moment there is a new evolution of modification and the old modification gets extinct.
okay,
So the overall picture, if you see anything, you know, you consider this mobile. Okay, everyone has a mobile set. So the mobile, you bought it the first day. And after maybe say 1 year or 2 year down the line, it is the same mobile. Okay.
yeah,
But wear and tear happening every moment.
yeah,
Can you make out?
no,
No. But it is happening every moment. So somebody who had come, your friend, you know, he only bought you this mobile 1 year ago. And now he again came to your place and he says that, oh, you have very roughly used this mobile. How he can say like that? Because he is looking at the wear and tear that has undergone, because he had this impression when it was bought, because he has bought it, so he knew it, how good it was. And today, what is the condition? There is scratches, small scratches, you know, subtle scratches everywhere, you know. If you put a magnifying glass over there and if you see that everything will be enlarged and you can really make out that, oh, there is so much of, small uh, dents and what we can call. So,
Yes.
but apparently you may not feel like that. Oh, बोले, कुछ भी तो नहीं हुआ, मैं तो रोज यूज करती हूँ. You can say like that, but it's getting wear and tear every moment. You cannot catch that moment, but it is happening. Similarly, every substance is manifesting every moment. At the same time, the substance is constant. So the whole picture is constant plus the evolution and extinction. Evolution and extinction is utpad vyay, and constant is dhruv. So utpad vyay dhruv makes the whole substance. So there are two parts. One is the constant part and the other is the changing part. Okay. Changing part changes every moment. Constant parts remains constant, and that is the structure of our soul. Not,
Okay, sir.
not only our soul, but all the substances in this universe are like this, where one part is constant and one part is changing. So changeability and constant goes hand in hand, and that changeability and that sequence of changeability is again prefixed. And that's where we get the Krambat Paryay principle from that, and that we are going to study very elaborately in the next sem. So that's why the first 2 years are very important. You will have all the principles, fundamentals in your knowledge very clear, and that is how you will be able to apply it in your day-to-day life, and you can manifest passionlessness at that point of time. If you understand this properly, the passion will not rise at all, because you know that उसका दोष नहीं है, आपको गुस्सा आएगा ही नहीं. गुस्सा कब आएगा? जब आपको लगेगा कि सामने वाला कर रहा है. बट व्हेन यू रियलाइज दैट सामने वाला तो कुछ कर ही नहीं रहा है, वो कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. कर नहीं रहा है कि बात नहीं, छोड़ दो, कर नहीं सकता है, चाह के भी नहीं कर सकता है. नाउ यू आर एब्सोल्युटली रिलैक्स्ड कि नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं. आई एम ओनली एन ऑब्जर्वर, कम व्हाट मे, आई डोंट माइंड, because it doesn't make any difference to me whether somebody coming and giving me a gold medal or somebody abusing me. For me, it is just an observation. It is just a picture reflecting on my screen. Okay. So you remain an observer. By default, you are an observer. Now, if you want to cross that limit and become a doer, then you consider yourself to be a doer, but you don't become a doer, because nature of things does not allow one type of substance to do anything in another type of substance, because each substance is independent. Each substance has its own attributes and modification, and each substance is manifesting on its own. There is no support, no dependency on any other substance. Now, this structure, you need to understand it very clearly and decide on it so that it remains in your knowledge always. And every moment a problem will come, you have to analyze it this way, and once you analyze it, the passion does not rise. And that is how the passion will go on. So our class timings are over. If, in fact, it is 6 minutes more I have taken. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. But still, if you have any questions, you can ask me, or you can later on also you can ask me. But you just revise what we have read, what we have covered so far in the textbook, in the class. Okay, if you come and revise, if you come after revising tomorrow, then you will understand it more clearly, and something coming up in your mind as a doubt, you can also clarify that tomorrow. Tomorrow, most probably, we'll be having our last class. We'll complete this one, and then we will get a break for 1 month, and we will again connect back in the last week of January. Okay, and we will begin our new session, new semester. In meantime, you will give 3 objectives, and of course, you have completed all assessment. Today is the last day. I think few people are left, so I'm expecting it to get it by tonight. And still, if it is not complete tomorrow, we'll have one more class next week, or a Friday we can have it. Okay. I'm a part of, accommodation and transport committee in Songad Pratishta. So I'm so much busy throughout the day, there is a lot of things that we have to do as a volunteer in that committee, and managing 15-20,000 people is not an easy task. So we have a big team also, and we are all coordinating with each other and getting things done. And so maybe tomorrow we'll be having a class, and if need be, we will have one more class. That's all. And but this is a very important chapter, so I would request each one of you to put in extra hours into this and at least go through it. There is nothing more. If you see this chart, this chart, everyone I have discussed, you make a chart of your own. Okay. So if you make a chart of your own, it is going to benefit you. You will always remember it. And yeah, that's all. So the things will become very clear. Okay. निज नीति निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत पार, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत पार. नौ बार नौकार में गिनेंगे. जय जय.
Jai Jai.